delivering chocolate and Easter eggs. I left home at 5:25. It's now 5:49 and I am in Bermondsey. 24 minutes. What a lovely journey. Green lights most of the way. Now I've got to find a place to fucking park. That's the hard thing round here. Look at my wife's baths all shut down now. Remember when it opened in 1965? Oh mate, it was a revolution. Yeah, revolution. And a revelation. It was so modern. All we had was Grange Road bars and Lorry Grove bars, old Victorian gaffs. Yeah, all boarded up. This used to be a club. It's my Uncle Jim's, the 68 Club. Yeah. 68 Club. 68 Lower Road. The old Almshouses. Got a great postcard of pretty much that shot. Blick House. Oh, that's been there some years. Many years. The Waldocks lived there. Wayne, Chris and Jeannie. Rotherhithe Tunnel and the Norwegian Church. Hope Sufferance Wharf was the very first office for the Suffolk News, and I believe it was a basement one, and the only bit of light coming in was that bricked up bit. There used to be a window. The watch house, where someone used to watch the graveyard, which is behind it and in front of it, for grave robbers. St Mary's Church. This is what's laughingly known as Rotherhithe Village. Sands Films. That's where my Aunt Franny lived. She was a funny sod. Captain of the Mayflower is buried in there. And they named this pub after the Mayflower. Used to be the Spread Eagle. There's more money in getting tourists down to say this is where the Mayflower set off with a local crew to go and colonise America. That's where I'll be going at 10 o'clock to deliver some of the chocolate and a book for Ed. If there was a break in the cloud for the sun to get through and catch the bottom of those clouds, we'd have a spectacular sunrise. What a lovely way to travel on the Thames. I ain't been up there for a few years now, since before COVID, I think. Time for another trip. Me and my nan used to walk through here. Didn't have no lights, it was all dark and scary, and she used to tell me about the witch, Madame Rachel, in the graveyard, and if children swore, she'd turn them into stone, and them two statues, the boy and the girl, that's what Madame Rachel done. I was terrified. And now we're getting into the best views on the river. And look. This used to be park buildings, now it's just a park. Lived in there for a while as a baby. Oh, look at them crows. How could you sleep round here? 3 foxes not playing. This one's lost his mates. Oh no, one over there. Just having a game on King Edward's old hunting lodge. Or manor house. Better than the tobacco factory it used to be. You can't sleep round here with the crows. I couldn't. Alfred Salter having a little drink. That's where I was born. 20 Millpond. This just used to be an open square. All it had was clotheslines hanging up and people hung their washing out. I used to come down and play with my Aunt Bridget. And that's the bedroom I was born in. It seemed so big then when you were little, but now with all this stuff, it's all a bit closed in. Looks nice. The tobacco factory wall used to run right along there to the edge of where this car park is. Aunt Mary lived up there. Proper Catholic. Oh, it should drive me mad. Harry and Brenda and the girls lived up there. The two brewers. My mum and dad had their wedding reception in there, Christmas Day 1949. There used to be Wendon's, a little shop. And my nan used to send me to get her fags, 5 weights. Might go and have a cup of tea and a bacon sandwich, I think, in Southwark. Looks like they're just opening. This used to be a pie mash shop, and probably would have been the first pie mash I ever had. That old Man's, Turbridge Road. This looked quite modern when I was growing up this estate. This used to be the old police station. Still got the old light there, but it ain't a blue lamp anymore. That's where it was. That's it. We're going into the park. Where my mum used to come dancing with me dad, and I got a painting to commemorate it. They're trying to raise money to get this fountain working again. It's always working when I was a kid, and as an adult I got a picture of me getting water from it. Oh yeah. You see it's kind of been refurbed, nice. And these have all been cleaned up. Oh, beautiful. And I've got this postcard. Bermondsey Birdsong. Going into the Ada Salter Garden. We always calls it the Rose Garden. My mum always calls it the Rose Garden. everyone ever knew called it the Rose Garden. But it's been called this since 1943. And there's not many roses. It used to be all colourful in the summer. I think now it's just practical. Hardy perennials or something. These came off the old Waterloo Bridge. Those dolphins used to be in Surrey Quay Shopping Centre. They look better here. We have a lift off. There's some goose wars going on. Some are getting chased off. Look. Action. Just walked in the long grass. My feet are soaking now. There's my old estate over there. Many a times I've been over here hours and hours. It would have come, there's years I suppose out of my life playing football. Having a puff, having a trip, anything that young boys do. Also trying to raise the funds to get this fountain working again. It looks beautiful when it is. What a story this is. And I've told it all in a film. Check it out on YouTube. History of the Bermondsey Artist Group. Chestnut tree planted when Queen Elizabeth was crowned. Must have walked past it thousands of times. Never knew. The plaque's only been there since 2013, so must be lots of trees like that. China Hall, there's some great times in there. I remember when Albert Driver had it in 75, 76, 77. He said there was a compulsory purchase order on this row of houses and the pub was going to go with it. But obviously never happened. The pub's still there but not a pub. The houses are still there and I've got both of them in old photographs. I've probably took 2 years off my life walking amongst all these fumes on Lower Road and Surrey Quays. It's looking like this pretty much 24 hours a day. Lived in that block and all. That was my bedroom there. Looks right over the docks which were right behind me. 9 Raven House. The dockers' bus shelter mural. The Dockers bus shelter used to be on the other side. They've just done a facsimile of it. But a lot of local artists come and done the mural. All dock related. Where these railings and these bushes were, my Aunt Bridget and Uncle Terry used to live in the old houses there. We were going to a party around there when I was a kid. Canute Gardens, Silver Estate. Used to hang about round here. The girls was lovely round here. Just hanging about in the porches. What else you do when you're 14, 15? Sharon Tatlock lived up there, John Kennedy House. Christine Brooks lived in this block, up on the landing, and along the landing lived Irene Hutchins. Georgina Fegan I think Georgina might have been in this block. Charming house. It was lovely. This used to be the Duke of Suffolk. It's the first time I ever met my dad when I was 23. And this is the latest version of my old school, Rotherhithe. Rotherhithe New Road it used to be called. The Church of England School was named after the street there was in. The Catholic schools was named after a saint or something. And there's Silver Estate just across the road. It took about 2 minutes to get to school. We used to come out the gate, which was just over there somewhere, around the back of the Duke of Suffolk. These was all old houses. And there used to be a lollipop lady here, and then we'd go down this street, cut through those flats, St Helena Road, and then come out to Alpine Road where we lived. Easy. Lady Gomm Club, fantastic. Yes, all the girls off the Silwood and all the boys used to there, and if you got lucky, used to come over to this block, Addy House, and it's all boarded up now, but it used to be pram sheds down there where you go down and have a little kiss and a cuddle, and whatever else was on the menu. Lovely. So I'm going to do the lap of the oval, and then I always wondered who lives there. Fantastic sight, isn't it? Right on the park. Parking. Fresh air. Yeah, the moon is there. Oh yeah, I'm going to do a lap of the oval and go and have a bit of breakfast. Do the crossword in the metro and have a stroll up to Ed. What are they eating? Oh, I thought I was eating the blossom. Someone's put some bread down there. More Bermondsey Birdsong. Mayflower getting its new hanging baskets.